if we all take a step on this journey and we are all in, can you imagine what could happen in this city? Can you imagine what could happen in the city? Let me just walk you through what to pray about over the next 2 weeks. As you pray to the Lord of the harvest, I want you to pray about this. Everyone will receive a card. It looks like this. It's a big one. You will not have this card in your hand on April 5th and 6th. Just want to make sure you know, okay? The card has really two things: generous living, generous giving. That's the journey we're on. Two aspects. So basically what you do is you start praying, okay, what's my living going to be like? How am I going to serve? How am I going to use my time? And you circle the step you want to take. And let's just say for purposes this morning, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, you know, I've done a little bit here and there, but never with a plan. I'm going to be intentional how I serve. Underneath my 2-year all-in serving commitment, how many hours? Okay, let's see. I'm not sure. Let's just take a wild guess. If I can just start and do something, can I give an hour a week? Yeah. I'll give an hour a week. There are 52 weeks in a year, so that would be how many for 2 years? There you go, class. You're doing great. Now, you're thinking, oh my goodness, 104 hours? What am I going to do for those 104 hours? Have you been over there yet? We got some great ideas. If you've been there, you know. If you haven't, in just a moment. As James said, you don't have to go very far. In fact, I'll tell you how far you got to go to get a good idea of how you're going to serve. 55 steps. That's how many it takes from the back of this room to Faith Hall. Now, that's me. So some of you, 102 or 3 or 4 or whatever. I mean, it's going to be more than that. For me, 55 steps. And you go over there and you look at different ministries and different ways of serving, and you'll know how you're going to serve 104 hours. Some of you, it's easy. You're going to write more than that. You're going to say, oh, I can do 2 hours a week. I know I can do 2 hours a week. And on the weekend after the 5th and 6th, when we turn in these cards, I'm going to stand here and announce not only how many took what step, I'm going to announce the grand total of hours that First Baptist Orlando is going to serve our King. It's going to be unbelievable, the number, when we total it all up. Now, that's one part of it. The other part is, you know, I know that I need to personally give. I believe it with all my heart. It's what God teaches. He has blessed me with resources. I'm going to use them. I'm going to be involved. So, what's my step? Is it the first time I've really given to church and given to the kingdom work? Or maybe it's to be intentional. I just kind of give every once in a while when the plate comes by and I've got some money in my pocket. Let's just say, for example, I'm going to be intentional. So that's the step I'm taking. I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to get a plan, and I'm going to do it regularly and faithfully. So what does it look like? 2 years. What's your goal? What is it you want to give in 2 years? So let's just think for a moment. If I'm thinking going, you know, maybe, I'd like to give $100 a week. If I could give $100 a week. Now, this is not above and beyond. This is just everything, $100 a week. It covers everything. It provides baseball gloves for Jones High School. It provides housing for those who need housing. It provides food for those who are hungry. It sends missionaries all over the world. If I can give $100, that'd be $5,200, right? Am I right? $5,200 for the year. 2 years would be $10,000. Y'all are doing great this morning, class. $10,400. Some of you need to stay after school, but the rest of you are good. $10,400. Now, some of you are sitting there going, Pastor, you know we're never going to get there if people just give $100. No. It's not what I said. You got to ask God about that. To whom much is given, much is required. Some of you have been blessed. You need to add a 1. And you know what I believe? I believe there are people in this church that have really been blessed, and they need to add another 1. I believe that because I've seen the blessing of God being poured out. So whenever you pray, ask God, how do you want me to fill that out? Don't fill it out. In fact, I wouldn't fill it out until the last minute, because you might be surprised what God does and how He speaks to you.